Hey guys, what is up? We are back again, and today we're doing something pretty exciting. We are installing a set of downpipes on this 2019 Ford Raptor. Zoom out a little bit, get you guys a picture of it. Yes, this is my truck. We are doing a set of high flow CTS turbo cats downpipes with some turbo adapter flanges. So let me show you here. It's a nice shiny new downpipes, and we're installing these flanges, which I'm super excited about. And then we are sending this off to Premier Performance to get dyno tuned. Came in extra early today, knocked this out before hours. I got here about 5:30 a.m. Truck up, everything lifted. Running through the day on some Zing from Young Living. Love this stuff. Definitely check that out. But yeah, so to get started, a lot of people, I thought about, because I'm not planning on keeping the stock cats, I thought about just cutting them out, not removing the cross member. But I think it's going to be a lot easier if I just remove that, get it out of the way, open up some more room to work. So we're going to go ahead and start by removing the transfer case skid plate, the transmission skid plate, and then the cross member. We'll come back and give you guys an update on that. But this one is just some 10s right here on the front, and then I believe they're 15s on the side. This one drops down. This one looks like some 14s. Two there, that should drop down. We're going to go ahead and get those pulled, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so now that we got the skid plates out of the way, I put a jack under the transfer case to help support it, so when I remove this bracket it doesn't drop. We're going to go ahead and remove these two 10s for this bracket, and then you got the two pass-through bolts here, right there and there. Pretty sure it's 18 and a 15. And then same on this side, 18, 15. These ones are most likely at 21s. We'll get all that, we'll get that dropped, and then we'll go ahead and this mount that's on the transmission, you can kind of see it up in there. Those bolts, we'll get them off, get that mount, and then on that, after we get all that out, we'll go ahead and remove this bracket, and this clamp will loosen up really well. I'm going to go ahead and hit both of these with some WD-40 now, so it go ahead and penetrates to help loosen all that up, so that when I do go to pull it, it's nice and easy. And then after that, I will come back and we'll go over the next steps. Alright guys, that one was a little bit of a pain in the butt. So there's some heat shield bolts I forgot to tell you about, 3 10s on top of there. I don't know why Ford does this, but their stupid brackets turned up, so to get any sort of socket or anything on there's kind of a nightmare in there. But we got that out. I went ahead, unplugged the O2 sensors, reached up in there. They're pretty far up in there. This truck's been sitting for probably 45 minutes, but it's still pretty hot. So I had to use a blanket to kind of wrap around my arm to get up there so it didn't burn. But next I'm going to take off the flanges here, there. You can see that one and that one. These are usually attainable through a very long extension and a swivel socket. So we'll pull those out and then we'll see if we have enough play to go ahead and get it out over here. One thing that kind of sucks, as some of you guys know that work in shops, if people have access to it, some of your stuff comes up missing. I am now missing my WD-40, so have to do this without. So hopefully it comes out without too much of a fight, but you'll probably see me struggle a bit to get that out. Alright, so I got all those out. A little bit of a struggle. I know I said I didn't want to cut anything, but honestly I'm not reusing them, so that's fine. The top bolts were so rusted they actually pulled the studs, which is fine because I got to pull them anyways. So I got a stud removal. I'll pull this one. Then that turbo adapter comes off. We'll reuse the studs and the gaskets that are on there. Same on this side, it pulled the top one. We'll reuse the stud and the gasket, put the new turbo adapters on there, and then we will start piecing together the new exhaust. I've already pulled the old O2 sensors, got them laid out, which bank switch. It does matter which side you pulled them off of, so make sure you pay attention to that. It also matters which is forward and which is backward, or downstream, upstream. So make sure you pay attention to all that and put them back on the new downpipes exactly how they came off these ones. But yeah, after a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of sawzall, got the old ones out. Now we'll go ahead and start putting the new ones in. Alright, so everything's on. Unfortunately, I got a little crunched on time. Some of the manifold bolts snapped and stuff, so I had to run to Ford to get new ones. Try and get those out was kind of a pain. But yeah, downpipes all done, on. Everything should be good, about ready to do first startup. Then take it to tuning, and then we should have some dyno numbers for you here real shortly. All right guys, so we have the truck back from the tuner with the numbers, and there it is, looking clean as ever. So the modifications, performance modifications that are done on this truck are a SVC off-road intercooler with blow-off valve, a AFE Momentum GT intake, CTS turbo downpipes with the turbo adapters. And that is the only performance modifications done to this truck at the moment. And it put down 440 wheel horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque. So we didn't do a baseline before the modifications. I really kind of wish I would have. But from what I could find on videos, is this truck's putting down stock about 358 to the wheels from all the other videos I could find. So we're about a 90 horsepower gain 80-90 horsepower gain. Not too bad. I was a little bit disappointed. I thought I'd be a little bit closer to the 500 mark, and that could be the tuner. Not 100% sure. Seemed like it was pretty quick in, out. Maybe they just have a baseline tune. Maybe they wanted to keep it really conservative. One question they did ask me is if I had stock injectors or not. I'm not sure if that means they could have turned up the fuel a little bit more and got a little bit more pressure and power out of it. I don't know, but we got more plans for this thing. Just gonna have to wait a little bit for the budget to catch up to it now, but maybe like turbos, injectors, full exhaust, things like that. I really want this thing above that 500 horsepower. As you guys know, the TRX is put down about 585 to the wheels. I would really like this truck to beat a TRX. I mean, ultimate goal, yeah, I want this truck to smoke a TRX. Partially because I want a TRX, but it's a little bit out of my budget. But yeah, so if you guys like seeing videos like this, how-tos and more performance upgrades and stuff to the Ford Raptor, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a lot of things to this truck, and we'll see you next time.